And here we go. Double Kronos against double Zeus. We have dots spawning on the bottom, and looking at the starting position, you can see that T2 doesn't see the boars, so he will be forced to use either the chickens or the piggies. But right now, what's more important is what kind of spot will he choose for his initial dock. It seems that there is some kind of cove between those guys. He doesn't see any fishes here, but will he see one when the dock is up? Yeah, he sees at least this threesome, so that's kind of okayish. And the cove ends here, so kind of decent position. Looking at Shelty, he sees at least the bar, so he should be having a pretty decent uptime. He built a dock, well, an unfortunate position it seems right now. You check soon enough, but when you look at player, he took a bit of time building actually the dock, but he found a very sweet spot. 2 threesomes, nice. What can you say? And he has Orok right in his base. That's going to be killer start for him. Looking at Fen, he sees the piggy, but he is going for a pig start, so he is going for like 5 minus, because he doesn't need the granary there, and he will have 1 extra fishing ship. And he also has a decent spot there. Not really sure. Ah, yeah. He went back there, and the construction is on him. You can see Shelty in the end has a pretty decent spot. He has 3-some here, 2-some, 3-some, so that's pretty okay. But Titu will have to hope that he has some luck in this department, otherwise he might have to steal some of Shelty's. But right now Fan is delayed, but he did a pretty clever thing there. That's why he garrisoned, because he saw the Oracle and knew that the construction is coming, so he put the fishing ships in his dock to gather the food they had, so that the downtime is actually minimal. Yeah, you can see that just a few seconds actually lost, so not really all that much damage. Nicely played from Fan. And in the end, he actually had to build a granary because he couldn't find enough piggies to satisfy his hunger for food there. Okay, right now it looks that the fishing hunting spots are okay. Kinda evenish between the both teams, so nobody is having any disadvantage. So let's look at the TCs. This is the third of Shelty, and it's definitely in water range, so that's a problem. But same goes for player. He also has a TC in water range, so that's 1-1, and nobody can really complain here in this department. We see some relics, cheaper armor research costs, that's on the right side. On the Zeus side it would be kind of useless, right? Gold trickle, that's useful, and not there. Better pierce damage and hack damage. Yeah, that's nice. Why not? And other than that, nothing really all that much interesting. Fan is covering with double dock, expecting another reconstruction really. And at the same time, player is building his second dock kind of defensively here. Maybe would have expected it a bit further, but he wants to have a place to retreat really far if things go awry. Kronos is already advancing. You can see Prometheus, that's like 4:15, 4:30. That's decentish time. And T2 is right behind Shelty. Fan, yeah, he misclicked into Hermes. Yeah. I was wondering what he was doing with Hermes. But right now Athena and player is going through Hermes right now though. So they are expecting some interesting shenanigans there. Hmm? Not double restoration, interesting. Player is building another dock at the spot I was mentioning earlier, and he will be having 3. Fan is content with the 2 it seems, and T2 as well. He built in a much more advantageous position as you would expect from the placement of his first one, and Shelter is just building a defensive position here with second close to his first. Right now, dots are using the early advance times, are actually going here, and well, player is going for 4 docks, and this is going to be kind of Fort Knox when filled with fishing ships. That's going to be very hardly assailable. Yeah, that was kind of a miscalculation on player's part. Maybe wanted to keep it hidden, but forgot. But anyway, Shelty is forced to retreat and regroup and actually wait for a larger army. While Tito is actually taking the battle to Fan, who is having 2 ships against 3, that's 4. With dock support, that should be enough. 3 versus 4. Yep, deconstruction goodbye, double on Fan. And he is having 1 dock and 1 that is kinda hidden here. And you can see that Minotaur is going for some raiding there. Yep, player going for ceasefire because of the deconstruction, because this definitely takes wind out of Fan's sails and could have been problematic if not stopped. And right now, when Fan actually finishes both its docks, they should be at an even position there. And actually in a pretty nicely set up to take the water. And I'm talking about TSMs right now. Another relic here. Cheaper Templar research costs. Okay. Some red dots are just Valord heroes, so not really problematic, especially when Fen has Jason out. So not really a problem, and there's a big battle brewing here. Shelty is kinda hoping to join the battle from the back, and right now we're going into big battle and we can expect the restoration coming up. Right now the numbers are definitely in Dot's favor, though it could be a bit trickier because those ships are weaker than TSMs, and Dots are fighting near the docks, and there is this restoration as basically extra set of boats you have. And that forces Dots to retreat, and this might actually be the turning point in this battle. But still, Dots have very nice advantage in the numbers because of their early advance, like a minute earlier than their opponents, and they are utilizing that to the fullest here. Right now, each one is taking, yeah, 1v1, but man actually retreated, and right now will be joining the battle a bit late, but still, looking at the numbers here, you can see that green has like 18 ships. Wow, that's a lot. And even though you see like 25 Ati ships, this is still without Fen, and Fen is joining with his 10 ships, and this is it for the water battle because of the strength of Zeus. Some are interesting red dots on the minimap in Teal's back. So let's check that real quick. And that's a nice raiding party. And Fan has to creatively go back, but he is in luck because he has quite nice trees right beside the TC. So that's very nice defensible position. And of course he was gathering wood at 2 sides. That's what you do to actually prevent some raiding problems like this. Let's go back to the sea. You can see that player is full on in Cheltis dog base, and Cheltis army is just now eliminated, and that means player is just owning him, as was kind of expected. That means Shelty is out of the game, and Fan is trying to do the same to Titu. Will he succeed? Well, if he doesn't start fighting, he won't, but now he does, and you can see that a lot of the red chips are actually almost dead. So that should ease the battle, especially when player is joining in. So that should be the battle on the water for TSM, definitely. You can see that Dots Tito again, the first to take second TC. So he is already transitioning to land quite nicely. And well, T2 has run out of place and just resigned because they have lost the water, and that's on the merit the most crucial part. And well, it's very hard to win without that, especially when you're playing an uphill battle against double Zeuses as double Chronoses. So GG, TSMs take the bronze banner as 3-0 against Deities of Death, and congrats! So that basically stems and confirms what happened earlier in the season, where TSMs actually beat DoD 2-0 in a similar BO3 in the quarterfinals that later were deemed not legal because of the lead absoluts, that is, case. And yeah, TSMs proved that they deserve to be placed above DOTS this season, and good job. We have seen some quite interesting games, especially the number 1 and number 2. This number 3 was kind of quickly decided. But the Sea of Worms especially was very nice. Again, TSM player, the MVP here. GG.